Birds lose 24-15. They drop to 8-4. They fucking suck right now. And yeah, it is 2023 all over again. Now, I had the video a couple weeks ago about the big difference between 2023 and 2025, and I still believe that. Essentially, the big difference is this year they have a defensive coordinator and a defense that will keep them in the game, and 2023 they didn't. It all fell apart. But the end result will be the exact same. Even my dog's angry. He's throwing shit. The end result will be that the Philadelphia Eagles will not come close to winning a Super Bowl. Now, they might get in the playoffs at this point, just based on the fact that they've accumulated so many wins, and by accident, they might win another one. But the fact that you have scored 15 points in the last 6 quarters of football, the fact that you were at home against the Bears and you couldn't put anything together, the fact that you came out after halftime, after that offensive performance, which was offensive, and you went 3 and out. Tell me why Nick Sirianni deserves to keep his job. Tell me why Kevin Patullo. Like, no one's clamoring to keep Kevin Patullo. I realize that. But you also need to realize that this is a shit show, and it's happening under Nick Sirianni's watch. This is an undisciplined football team that has absolutely zero direction right now. They have no answers. You have a robot for a quarterback that never seems to get high or low, which is fine until you actually want to see some emotion from him. You have a coach that loves talking shit when things are going great, but when things aren't going great, he has zero answers for it. You have a playbook that is as simplistic as the playbook from NFL Blitz. Hey, A.J. Brown, just do the bomb over and over again. You have a makeshift offensive line that isn't creating nearly the holes they did last year because you let Mekhi Becton walk. This is a travesty from the top down. It is a bad look for Howie Roseman because he did let Mekhi Becton walk. It's a bad look for Howie Roseman because they did allow Kevin Patullo to be elevated instead of going out and getting an established OC. It is a bad look for Nick Sirianni, who once again has his fingerprints all over this offense. You can't tell me different because it looks the exact same as year 1 under Sirianni. It looks the exact same under Brian Johnson. So this is Nick Sirianni's offense that they're running. It looks like dog shit again. There is no urgency. They're down by 2 scores with 5 minutes to go. There was no hurry-up offense. There was a second quarter offense. This team was so ill-prepared for this game, and no one gave a fuck. None of the players seemed to care. It was just like, let's just get out of here. And it looked like that from the first play. I'm kind of shocked, but then again, I shouldn't be. I should be accustomed to what I just witnessed in this football game. I don't know why at this point we as Eagles fans expect them to fix it because, again, we're going to be in week 14. And it feels like it's the same thing every week. Where Nick Sirianni comes out, he says the same bullshit. The players will come out and say, oh, we're close. You're not close to anything. You're close to the offseason is what you're close to. This team has way too much talent to be scoring 15 points at home against the Bears. And look, the Bears are a good football team, and they're now 9-3, okay? They have talent for sure. But this isn't so much about the Bears. This is more about you as a football team. At one point, I think it was like 7 minutes left in the 4th minute. They had 7 first downs. 7. This might have been the best game that Saquon Barkley's played rushing-wise, but you wouldn't know it because they didn't have the ball enough. The defense was cooked towards the end. But even then, you have undisciplined plays like offsides on a punt at home. Again, this is a problem from the top down. Jalen Hurts was extremely inaccurate this game. No question about it. He was horrible. And it annoyed me. Like, it's a stupid complaint, but yeah, it annoyed me. They would show the sidelines, and he's still a robot with zero lack of emotion. Because I'm pissed off. And A.J. Brown's pissed off, and he'll have a bunch of, media around his locker room, and no one's going to question the quarterback of the team who was a detriment to them this particular game. I haven't brought this up before, but if there is one complaint that is a legitimate football complaint that I have about Jalen Hurts, and I don't have many of them because I think Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. But if there's one football complaint I've had and I've noticed the last couple weeks, I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback have the lack of awareness when it comes to the first down markers as Jalen Hurts. How many third down calls are there where Jalen Hurts will need 9 yards and he's passing for 4? Where Jalen Hurts will need 19 yards, he's passing for 6? Do you know where the first down marker is? Are you aware of where you need to throw the ball to get the first down? Because it sure doesn't seem like it. No one seems like they're on the same page. This is just a disaster. And yeah, it is. It's 2023 happening all over again. And I'm wondering what happens. Because I'm doing a TikTok live and I've got people being like, can we just get to the offseason? And that's how bad it is, because people just want change and it's not going to happen until the offseason. Kevin Patullo is going nowhere. And why isn't he going anywhere? Well, it's pretty simple. It's because he's an OC. Demoting Sean Desai, not firing him, but demoting Sean Desai, which was what they did in 2023, was fine because Nick is not a defensive-minded head coach. That's not going to look bad on him. What is he supposed to do? He doesn't call the defense. Yeah, I'll demote the defensive coordinator. He's not doing well. But demoting the offensive coordinator when you're an offensive-minded head coach, that's going to look bad on your resume. That's going to look bad. That's damning on you, the offensive-minded head coach, even though this is his offense. I mean, it's gotten so bad that I have people on TikTok saying, put in Tanner McKee, as if Tanner McKee would do any better behind this makeshift offensive line. Look, this team has weapons, and they should not be playing this poorly, but the fact that people are clamoring for Tanner McKee, it's gotten to that point. It's gotten that bad. Like, to those people, I think you're just being reactionary. I mean, and I said it, when you really think about it, Tanner McKee behind a right side of Tyler Steen and Fred Johnson, I want no parts of. But there's nothing good you can take away from this game. You've got Jake Elliott missing kicks. You've got Saquon Barkley dropping, the ball. You've got a fumble, which, by the way, I hope all the people that didn't want the tush push, I hope you took notes. I hope that baby shit soft Sean McDermott took notes on how to stop the tush push, because it's pretty simple. It's happened twice now. You literally just ripped the ball out of his hands. And this isn't like me bitching about that. It's just proving a point of all the people that complained. There is a way to stop it, and we saw it. But that's kind of how this game's gone, and it kind of is how the season has gone, where anything that was starting to look good gets derailed pretty quickly. The Eagles score a touchdown. Their offense finally looked okay. They get an interception, and then they proceed the next drive, as they're moving the football, to fumble it away. And there's just no urgency. It just looks like, and I know that they do care, but it just doesn't look like they do. And we all internalize that stuff differently. I understand that. And I'm being a little reactionary right now, but I would just love to hear at what point does something legitimately change. Because I don't think anything changes for the rest of the season. I think the season's a wash. I think they're cooked completely. I think it's over, done with. Nothing I've seen in the past handful of weeks, actually nothing I've seen since the bye, tells me that what we witnessed today will be different next week. I mean, they've had ample amount of time to fix it. They've had excuses. They've been on the road. They've been at home. And it looks the exact same. It's a stagnant offense that cannot score, that cannot execute, and who's to blame? If you want to blame Kevin Patullo, that's fine. Put the blame on Nick Sirianni as well. Put the blame on Howie Roseman, who allowed him to elevate Kevin Patullo, knowing full damn well that this would probably happen, because how could you not? I figured it would happen. I did a whole video about it before the season. My biggest fear heading into this season, what was it? The fact that Nick Sirianni would meddle and that the offense would look like this. Guess what's happening? I'm not in the room. I don't know if Nick Sirianni's meddling, but I'd be hard-pressed to think he's not. And it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with him, because he's either not meddling and allowing this to happen, or he's meddling and, well, then it's damning. So I will admit that, okay? At this point, there's nothing he can really do to win me over. I think Nick Sirianni's a fucking horrible coach. But yeah, this irks me, because the lack of leadership, the lack of execution, and the excuses that are coming out of NovaCare, it's just like, at what point does it end? And the reality is it won't end until the offseason, which, will be in like 6 weeks. All right, now's the part where I ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel. Hit thumbs up if you like this. I don't know why you would. Smash that thumbs down button. Smash thumbs down button just because of the Eagles, of like, just show them you hate by hitting thumbs down. And let me know in the comment section who's to blame, how you feeling, all that good stuff. I'm going to go to Wawa now. As always, go Birds.